Hello.
Hello.
We're back. Another episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there is stuff to talk about.
Yes.
And yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. There's stuff.
So, right. So basically, the Dutch politics, woohoo.
Yay.
They're now seeing like about combinations for the leading parties basically. And well, they wanted to do it before Christmas. It's not gonna be done before Christmas. It's just not going to be. Absolutely not.
Yeah. It's gonna take a while. I know that much.
Yeah, and the reason is the Yazilgas.
Well, I think the main reason is why it's taking so long is because parties don't want to cooperate.
Yeah, and that's mostly Yazilgas right now.
It is just one person, and the same thing happened last time, right? With just they tried to get their way when they definitely couldn't, and in order to solve that, eventually they the way it went last time is they just kept going, delaying everything a bunch, trying to at least get something, only to sort of, yeah. After a while, they just agreed, like, alright, sure, fine.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, pretty much. And the thing is, I think that's gonna just happen again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fairly sure that that she's gonna just bend again.
Same as last time, just try to delay as much as possible just to try and reach some form of potential, potential advantage that just isn't gonna happen. You could try and get all the advantage you want, but it just doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you might get something, but you're definitely not getting everything.
But the thing is, though, so I mean, I'm sure you've watched the thing as well, like Abel.
Yeah.
So, oh hello.
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 So oh no, wait, Ju,
Yes.
our post-it is underneath the game.
I don't care. I'm
So
sort
first
of
of all,
busy
you
right
guys
now.
made me into a post-it, but now it doesn't even matter where I am.
Yes.
No, just part of your leaf head is chopped off by the game.
Yeah, I can see that. What game even is that?
One that
Mania.
can full screen.
It is originally for the Nintendo DS, and I've played this as a child. I knew it was on Steam, but I decided to look at it earlier today, realized it was 80% off, only being a mere usually it's €4, now it's 80 cents. So I was like, don't mind if I yes.
Yeah, but Jules, that's not a good business decision because we won't earn that back during the stream.
I don't care. It's 80 cents. I can miss that. I have a full-time job. Surely I can afford 80 cents
No, Joe, we need
for
to
a
buy
video
a
game.
house. Anyway, let me buy a 60 euro game. No, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that
that's
right
a
now.
lot worse than
No,
my
no, no, no. Let me
simple
buy a
80 cents.
300 euro sword.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jim.
that's fair.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say much because I don't have a job. But, well, actually, I do have a job. I don't have a full-time
Okay,
job.
which one was a which
Oh
one was
yeah,
the
and we
better
don't talk about me spending on drum gear, okay? So
which one was a
just
better
shush.
financial decision for me? Buying a 300 euro sword. Well, technically I have two, but whatever.
Buying
Or
2 300 euro
or
sword.
or buying a 300 euro Griffith figure.
Well, the Griffith figure is understandable, so
Is it? I
no,
fully
it's not.
expected the sword to make more sense.
It
Right
does.
mouse button is the fast
Because at
flow.
least in Apocalypse, you now have something to defend yourself with.
That's gonna speed things up a lot.
Anyway,
You've just unintentionally become a prepper.
I guess so, maybe, yeah. I won't stock my entire house with beans, though.
Beans, what the...
No, we
But,
have Jules for that.
actually, that's true.
Well, Jim,
Yeah.
if we're gonna live together, you're gonna
Ah,
have to
fuck.
deal with the beans as well.
Shit.
Do you actually have beans on can in
No,
house, Jules?
no. But I have had them on toast.
Did I ever show you that clip where Ellie bought and Vettel talks about how Ellie just, like, drinks beans from a can?
Yes.
Oh,
Which,
I don't know.
you fixed the post-it.
yeah, I fixed. You know where you know how I fixed it?
Yeah, I know, you just
I
moved
fixed
the
it
layer.
in post.
Oh my god. Anyway, back to the politics.
We're talking about
So,
politics.
Of course we're talking about
ele-
politics.
we've just had elections, mate. Of course we're talking about politics.
Oh yeah, well, what are I think what was
So,
it?
basically,
PVV laws, right?
Well, they want to be in. They're not getting in.
How are they
uh,
not getting in?
so
Babyface not getting in because
that
nobody wants
nobody
to work.
wants to cooperate with them.
Exactly.
Ah,
But here's the
and
thing.
if they want anything,
No, but
everything,
here's the thing
if
though.
it's their plan.
So the favorite day, right? They want to cooperate with B66, which they need to because that's the biggest one. Right? So they are just definitely in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then who else is there? Yeah, but that was another one.
Need to go in there. They need this one. They need
I
this
forget which was the other one the city, yeah?
one. I am not sure. All I know is I'm slightly starting to panic already.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The she wants to cooperate with them, but not with, GroenLinks PvdA, right? So, her reason for that is that all of these parties, according to her, have stuff in common. They think very similarly.
Yeah.
Which is not true, because Ja 21 and D66 do not agree on, like, anything. So, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, that doesn't work. I don't know. I just hope they will just fucking. Can they just tell the favorite day to feck off? Can they do that? Can they just replace them?
I don't think they can, sadly.
Aww.
Also, they are in financial trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know that.
You know what's funny?
The Liberal Party is now asking for money.
You want to know something funnier, Jim? Have you
Hmm?
seen the image that they've used that they use like
Yeah, I
to
think I
show
think I have.
that
Yeah.
says like "calm in your wallet" or something? I don't know the
Yeah.
exact translation. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
the annoying
Yeah.
the that's what they've said. And when I saw it first time and I was driving with a friend, and the friend just shouted, "Yeah, because it's gonna be empty," with how that party deals with stuff. So
I mean,
I guess
true.
their own wallets are. It's very calm within their wallets because there's nothing in
Then
there.
now we can say if the VVD ever runs the Sahara, they will lose all the sand.
Yes, that is a reference and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that too today.
Nobody will understand this, but doesn't matter.
No. No. But uh is there anything else political that we need to talk about? I don't really think so. At least not in Dutch politics.
No, I mean we still have American politics.
Yeah, there's always
Yeah,
American
what is
politics.
happening in America right now? I
Well, the
have no.
country's still closed.
I think they're close to actually getting a deal, so that it's no longer closed.
Right.
Wait, but for it, you mean like business closed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Still.
they found that they've actually find the funds they need for because that's the entire reason the place is shut down. It's because a lack of funds. Like usually a country
So,
Yeah, but
has to
wait,
come up with
we,
the
we
money.
we say something about the VVD, right?
Yeah.
What about an actual billionaire running things? How is he making the country go into debt?
Well, do
so
you want to know how Trump runs things? It's very simple.
Um,
he doesn't.
It's called into the ground.
does he?
He runs it into the ground. That's what he does.
Is he running things right now?
So,
No, he's sleeping through
today,
them.
today, a colleague of mine is like planning to go to America for the job, right? Like to get some stuff fixed there.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
has to fill in so much shit to get into the country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for visa and stuff.
They're asking for his like Facebook account. They're asking for
Wait, is
like who are your parents? They're asking like
Oh,
just
well,
shit like that.
then I'm not. We are not getting into the U.S. I'm telling you that much.
Why not?
So what if?
If they're asking for
Well,
all the social media background,
You
they're
can
gonna
just say
find
you
this
don't have
Hey,
any.
podcast.
this is not my YouTube channel.
You're gonna find the podcast.
They're gonna find Jim. They're gonna find our Twitch channels.
Dude, that would go on the news and we would finally have viewers.
They're they're
We just have to take a holiday trip to America and then we
We'll
finally
just have to
have
get
people who
arrested
view.
in America.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd rather
do you
not,
remember
because we'll-
like back in the day, I think it was Tees or something. Yeah, I think so. We went to like Area 51.
I don't know. I know there was like talk that they were gonna like raid it at some point, but then they never did.
Yeah, so two Dutch YouTubers actually went there for the raid,
Oh my, why?
and they got headlines because of that.
Oh my lord.
yeah. That I mean, to
And
be
I think
expected.
his main content was city skylines at the time, so it wasn't exactly fitting. But
Okay.
whatever. I think they got in jail and then he had like the story. Yeah, we regret everything, every choice we made, and that we didn't expect to actually get arrested or something like that. They said.
Wow.
To be expected.
Sure, we can rob the bank. Apparently, you can get out of jail by just saying you didn't expect to get arrested.
That's within the
I don't
US.
remember how they got out. It's been a very long time since this has happened.
Jim,
Because
you're
it was
forgetting.
during the Area 50. Well, let's raid Area 51 thing.
Jim, you're forgetting one
Yeah,
very
I know.
important thing. That's
What?
within the US. We're currently not in the US.
Well,
Not
then we can
currently,
rob an
no.
American bank
And how do you
and
plan to do that?
replace all the bills with calling cards for our YouTube, Twitch, and podcast.
Or reverse cards.
Or both.
Well,
But
I mean,
Because then you can say, you're in debt. No, you. Because it's reverse. Yeah, okay.
right. Okay. But
Trust me, this is a good plan. This can't go wrong.
sure.
definitely.
They said someone in sync.
Yes.
But
When have I ever made a bad business decision?
Yeah, we totally haven't made any bad decisions before in our lives.
Well, I have
No.
not made any bad business decisions. Because for that you need to have a business.
Good point. That's why if
I'm
you
a grown ass man who gets to make his own poor financial decisions. Thank you very much.
well, the thing is, I unironically say that in real life as well.
Yeah, that seems like something you would say.
Like that I'm older, wise enough to make my own
It's
bad
almost kind of close
decisions.
to your chess saying.
If you don't know what I'm doing, or if I don't know what I'm doing, you won't know what I'm doing. That is my actual chess strategy. Don't worry, I lose often.
Should we like try to teach him chess at some point?
At some point, probably.
Nah. We'll figure it out.
It's a good brain exercise.
I mean,
He's an engineer. He could
I mean,
use it.
he's taking like 5 years to figure it out, but I'm sure he'll figure it out.
I mean,
Wait, what was he called again? Aiden Ross. He managed to get to like 1400 on chess.com or something like that. He does not understand a thing about it, but he got far. So the point is, even if you don't understand it, if you just know livechess.com, then you'll get there eventually.
Okay.
oh, this is terrible. Oh no. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. Apparently this game also, I forgot this game had this feature. It's called Random Pieces,
Okay.
where it actually randomizes pieces for you.
Okay. But
Yeah, we basically already done that, but they're also Pokemons.
What, chess?
but
Yeah.
I have some very interesting news from Japan.
Japan.
Of all places.
Apparently, the Japanese government is looking into making a law. Or I think a law. I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna work, but basically, they want to forbid other countries censoring their media.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really noticed much of it myself, but I have heard a lot of complaining that a lot of like manga and anime gets censored when it gets like localized, right? When it gets like published outside of Japan.
Yeah, well, to be fair,
And
your like choice of anime and mangas might have something to do with that.
Yeah, Jim, your choice
actually, fun
specifically.
fact- no, as I say, I myself have actually not noticed much of it.
So it wasn't your
Yeah.
choice specifically
But
that's causing all of this?
but
No, I thought it would be his fault. He has the geopolitical influence to do that, right?
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Jim is basically Trump.
No,
But
Jim doesn't fall
uh,
asleep anywhere.
yeah, including in my own bed.
No. No, but he does forget which way the train goes. So, you know.
But they're going to, basically they're like, freedom of expression. Let artists do what they want to do. And they've also said that they're going to do this without the government actually influencing, the artists, right? It's not like they're going to regulate anything. It's just they're going to help artists, not just for manga and anime, just any media. Uh,
Like a artist protection law, if you will.
yeah. And then, and they'll help against the censorship, which is awesome. Because censorship is always bad. Unless you're censoring the censorship.
I'm gonna.
Censorship is
if you're
always
censoring the
bad.
censorship, aren't you the censorship?
Yeah, well, when does it refrain from being censorship? Just because it's in your benefit?
Once you have censored the censorship.
This is starting to become a paradox.
If you censor, then
Yeah.
who's the true censor?
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's probably
And
you.
who came first, the censor or the censor?
Why?
Anyway, yeah. I don't know. It feels kind of weird that a whole ass government. I mean, it makes sense because the media
Yeah, well, they are the
industry
only
in
one
Japan.
exporting anime and manga.
Well, not only that, the media industry of Japan is basically their like most profitable industry worldwide at this point. Like that what brings in most of the money for Japan.
That's kind of sad.
Is it? I mean, think about it. It's really
Yeah,
cool because that means they can have a lot of artists.
that must be hard being an artist in Japan, considering their
It
work
yeah
culture.
yeah definitely.
It's. I mean,
Well,
But to be fair, it must be hard being anything in Japan with their work culture.
I was about to say, have you
yeah,
seen?
but especially artists because it's such a
Yeah. They
interpretive.
have like really strict or not always, but a lot of them have pretty strict deadlines on their
Yeah, but it's also very much based on performance, right? How
Well,
do
yeah, but they
you
do have a so
decide on
they
art
so well
performance?
in Japan they have a very cool solution to that. They have a couple of magazines. The biggest one I think is called Shonen Jump, where if you create a manga, at least this is for manga, right? I don't know if this is for other media as well. And basically in this magazine, you can submit your manga, right? They'll put it in, and
Mhm.
then and this magazine goes out to like people that have subscribed to it, and they can then vote on which ones they want to continue.
Yeah.
And then and then based on that, the artists get permission to like fully make and publish their own manga.
Yeah, it's like it's a tryout.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, that's not a new concept.
No,
Like
but
like
I
ba-
don't.
back in the day, they used to do that for comic books by just publishing them in papers
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, exactly.
That's how
But
like stuff like Mickey Mouse came to be, and I think Spider-Man as well.
yes, but I don't think it's really a thing anymore.
Well, no, because papers aren't
Especially,
really a.
especially not if you're just like an indie, basically, right? Like if you're just a guy doing your thing.
Yeah, because then you're
Mm-hmm.
small and you still have to,
Yeah,
do your job, and
yeah.
and that means doing your job in Japan,
Yeah.
where they are notoriously strict with working stuff.
Yes.
Like their work ethic, basically their sort of culture around work is just you work. you do nothing else besides that in your life, basically. Because you don't have time for that. Because all you do is work.
Yeah.
That's how Japan basically operates, and it's incredibly unhealthy. Like
Yes.
your mental health is just going to go down the drain because, well, obviously, it's gonna go down the drain.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically sacrificing your entire like all your spare time for,
Spare time.
well, you won't have that anymore. You won't have spare time.
What are you sacrificing? I don't
Well,
see
but
that.
to be
Yeah.
fair, that is so interesting to me because they have like all of this media that's like really big there, all of this entertainment. How do they have time to read and watch and play all of that?
That is a good point, actually.
Because apparently they do.
Well, it's an export product, right?
No,
Mostly.
but it isn't. Most media in Japan does not leave Japan.
That
Oh.
is a surprise.
In fact, it's
I
very
guess they're
funny.
watching podcasts during work hours.
But you know what? You know
guess-
what's really funny? At least in the manga department, what in the anime, what is famous here is not necessarily what is super popular there. It will still have it will still have notoriety there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what one of the biggest
Are you saying
manga
that
is?
Western audiences have slightly different preferences?
Yeah,
What?
but because of that, it doesn't even like a lot of it doesn't even leave Japan because they like the publisher kind of knows that it's or at least expects things not to work out here. You know, it's one of the biggest manga there. A manga designed to teach the reader how to fish.
That sounds like something you would read.
Surprisingly, yes.
Yeah, but that is one of the most popular ones there.
Well, not entirely surprising, I'd say, but you know.
Yeah, but it's it's just funny because when you think about it, like here it's like you know Death Note and like
It's a lot more fantasy when
Seven Deadly Sins and like well not necessarily fantasy but like heroes and
here we
fighting and
have a lot more
action.
realism. Or well, there they have a lot more realism, I mean.
I was about to say, and what realism? Okay.
Spider-Man is very real.
Sure.
It has real morals.
If exactly.
So
If you're
therefore it's
rich
real.
enough, if you're rich enough, you can be Batman.
Yeah, sure.
Can you though?
Yeah.
Have you seen what he does?
He floats with a paraglider. You can do that.
Yeah, but he
Sure.
has almost inhuman acts sometimes, so it's a bit.
True. Oh, Iron Man then.
So you're gonna get addicted first?
No, but I will somehow fit an engine large enough or strong enough to fly in my boot.
And a infinite power source
Yeah,
that
yeah.
can
Now,
power it all.
now I'll make it run on a AA battery. It'll be fine.
At least you
Speaking
say
of which,
9 volt.
I presume it produces electrical power, right? The arc reactor. How are there flames coming out of his boots?
Um
Because that's not based on electricity at all.
Rockets. Wait, you're right. Does he have to like put? Does he have to fuel his suit? Does he have to like put gas in it?
Well, if he's gonna use fuel, probably kerosene or something, or any
Yeah,
rocket
actually,
fuel.
yeah, true.
now I'm imagining a fight and Iron Man is like, "Hold on, I got to refuel."
Yeah.
just like mid-fight.
Just walks over to a gas station and just like plugs it in.
How did you solve the refueling problem?
No, even better yet. It is just like the entire fight comes to a full stop.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
like
like the icing problem, but now it's fuel.
no, like it's like the entire fight stops. Everybody just waits for Iron Man to just quickly run to a petrol station and fill up, and then run back.
Dennis was here. Yes, hold on. I'm at the petrol station. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
And like everybody just waiting
Karen,
around.
hurry up.
Like imagine like just waiting. Everybody's just waiting
Well,
around
to
in
be
the
fair,
meantime.
to be fair, he just probably buy the gas station.
Probably.
Every you'll buy all the gas stations and then install like a special like.
But then the name Shell would actually make sense. Somewhat.
There. This requires an awful
Anyway.
lot of planning, and I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it.
Anyway.
I mean, your job is literally planning. How can you not?
True.
Go in there. Let's go down there. Then that's gonna have to be changed. Well, the thing is, I don't really plan the projects at all. I mainly do the prep work for the projects.
Which is the second best thing to planning.
I guess. Although I do have to say, it is quite relaxing work. It's not like it's gonna be very busy.
Right.
There, it's in there. Then I need to change that around. Needs to be an intersection. This one needs to be an intersection like this.
It is kind of ironic. I'm the only one doing like HBO, but I'm also the only one still working in a workshop.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of left that behind us, didn't we? Well, yeah, we did, Jim. We did leave it behind us.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is drilling right now?
What? What is he
Is
on
that-
about, Jim?
Is that in his house?
Yes. Somebody randomly decided, you know, today is the
Well,
perfect time to start
We can narrow this
drilling.
down. Who in your house is like inclined to go drilling?
It is the neighbors.
Oh. Well, yeah, that makes it slightly more
Annoying.
difficult.
But yeah. Also, apparently it is that time of year where
It's that time of the year again.
farming equipment is on the roads.
Okay.
Because, like, basically 3 days in a row I've been, I want to say the victim of, but it's just slow moving agricultural vehicle is in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really annoying.
What, is it really slow or something?
Perhaps.
Oh, that's kind of surprising.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just that it's like they do maybe if you're lucky you might reach the 40 kilometers per hour. If you're lucky. Otherwise, it is just a mess. Alright, that was dangerous, right? It's gonna go through there and it's gonna go through that. I wanna make it go in there. Then it's gonna come out there and it's gonna go in there. I need this one here.
Oh yeah, in like 2 weeks' time, I actually have to go to that MBO.
Why? Why go back?
So school is like, okay, so 50% of people that start the course,
Yeah.
they fail and stop.
Yeah.
So we want them to be introduced to the MBO to make that like more accessible
Ah.
mentally. And also, of course, for the MBO to HBO to make that
No, no, no!
more
Don't
appealing.
do damage to my pipes. Why damage
So
my
they
pipe?
decided, yeah, your first project is gonna be with MBOers now.
So you're basically gonna be saddled up with
Well, they
first
are
year.
last years, I think.
So
Either
you're not.
last years or it
So
was
they're not.
a bit of mixed messaging because my mentor thought it was second year, but then in the PowerPoint it said last year, so he didn't really know. So he's gonna check
I need
that
I mean,
for
last
us.
year
straight
seems
faces.
counterproductive.
In there.
How
Gonna go
so?
in there. Gonna
Well,
go
not
out
necessarily
there.
counterproductive,
Out
but it
there.
seems it make more sense to me to do it on the second year rate.
Kinda. On the other hand, if it's gonna be second year guys, that just means that we're gonna have to run the entire project probably.
Yeah.
Also, I had that intern today.
Oh
I
yeah,
met him.
And and
and
So it's likely gonna be Hershey coming over,
ah.
oh, that's fun.
and yeah, I don't know. Other than that, he's cool. Oh,
If you
he read
you,
Berserk.
you wait, he has.
Well, he read part of it, but apparently he's not like he doesn't have the attention span.
Ah.
So
Ah,
he mentioned he
TikTok
kept like
brains.
reading and then like putting it down again.
Ah, I see. You can tell him to ask Oscom about the duck story.
Oh yeah.
We
Oh, that
already talked
story.
about Oscom today, and they have the exact same experience as us.
Basic.
Which
Wait.
means he's only talking about cars and flat Earth.
Flat Earth. I never heard of
Apparently,
duck.
they've talked a bunch about flat Earth and donut Earth.
Well, to be fair, with us it was also a bunch of random subjects
Yeah.
like shrooms. But
Yeah, and ducks.
yeah, ducks
Is that
that.
safe to say on on the podcast?
Yeah, that's
Well, I
fine.
guess we can rephrase it slightly. A duck was doing other things to a duck that wasn't really functioning anymore.
The duck.exe had stopped working.
Yes, a window was involved. The duck hit the window. A male duck. Then another male duck came along. I was like, game's game.
Practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also talked about the shape of certain duck parts.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Well, we all know that one, so it doesn't really matter.
I didn't beforehand.
No, I didn't either.
Is that common knowledge?
Um,
Well, Jim, you should. You have ducks.
I'm gonna refrain
That
from.
was after he talked about that.
Oh,
I'm gonna
actually?
refrain from
Yeah.
from answering that because yeah.
Why?
For everybody's safety and sanity.
What do you mean everybody's safety? We're
Uh,
perfectly safe.
I don't think it's safe for work.
No, it
And
isn't.
we work, so it's not safe for us. For you, it
No,
is
it's
because
not
you.
safe during work.
Well, didn't Quentin have something about that yesterday? Well, not particularly
Yeah,
with.
but that was not a duck.
No, there wasn't a duck. That was just human beings being human.
That was
Well,
Quentin.
that was teenagers being teenagers.
Well, that has not been my teenage experience, but that just might just be me, I guess.
So far, it also hasn't been my teenage experience.
So what do you mean so far? You're 20.
True.
You're a bit late.
Don't remind me of my age.
Hey, at least I didn't ask your age.
I mean, technically, you know how there's in Dutch there's just saying like, I'm not 18 anymore, and technically it can be put in English as well.
Is that a Dutch saying?
Ik ben ook geen 18 meer. You know when like
That's just a sentence.
yeah, but you usually say it when you're like, you know, standing up and being a little stiff. But like we can say that as well because you know we aren't 18 anymore either. We are slightly older.
You mean to say we're not 18 anymore?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying actually. Glad you noticed.
But why? But why? We're not 18 anymore. So what? You're not allowed to do the things you want to do?
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you could say it as like a thing of, muscles are acting a little weird again. You know, stuff that
Oh,
comes
you
with
mean like
age.
that?
When you age, because your body does that thing where, you know, it slowly starts getting worse at replacing the cells in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And then slight mistakes keep happening over and over again. Till the point where it's gotten bad enough that problems start appearing. And that's a process we call aging.
Yes.
Don't worry, you'll age out of it.
You'll
I
grow
mean-
out of it.
I mean, I suppose, yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
If I need to hurry up. I'm blah.
It's actually quite convenient. I am done mining nether bricks, and I actually got 3 wither skeletons gold during that time.
Where is
Which is exactly
a
what I
bridge? I'm not getting a bridge piece. I'm gonna restart this level. I had a grand plan, but then the grand plan didn't happen because I didn't get my random pieces.
So it wasn't grand enough after all?
Nope, it wasn't grand enough.
Uh-huh.
And I want my plans to be grand.
I see.
Because instead of laying pipe, I'm now laying tracks. Because that's how this game works. It has certain levels.
Uh-huh.
And themes. Like
Uh-huh.
a sewer.
Uh-huh.
That I've
Have you
already
said aha
been
enough
through.
yet?
No.
Aha.
Like,
Now?
this game is old. But it still works perfectly fine on modern hardware. Which kind of surprises me, actually. I wasn't expecting it to run this well. Because, you know, usually when we're talking about running... Ooh, how am I going to do that now? Yeah, now I need to go around slightly.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna need to put this one here, then go down through. So I can... Wait, if I go up there... No, I need to cross there. I need to cross right here. So we're gonna go out there. Down here, then we're gonna go... No, this doesn't work. Restart again. Why is this level annoying? Yeah, do we have... Let me take a look at the news first. I would immediately go to the United States. With the skies getting emptier. Because of the shutdown. Because guess
Yeah,
what?
that makes sense.
if you don't pay your air traffic controllers, they gonna leave. They're gonna realize I'm not getting. They can literally say I'm not getting paid enough for this shit, and leave because they're not being paid anything. They're basically being treated like interns. As in, not getting paid. Which I think is still a weird practice, not paying your interns. Because, you know, sure, it can be seen as free labor. But what's the point? If all you're doing is just basically saying, oh yeah, do everything within the company. Like, aren't you gonna get stuck in a perpetual cycle of I need more interns? Where it's like, oh yeah, we have a new intern, but now we're running out of interns again.
My mic isn't bleeding, is it?
It is doing sometimes a little bit of a weird audio thing, but
Okay.
not too bad. It's like if you purely run on interns, then those interns are gonna go eventually, or you're gonna have to hire them. They're gonna have to, you know, do more. Like you're gonna have to get interns again, and you're gonna have to keep getting interns instead of, you know, you can hire actual reliable people. And once you've hired those reliable people, then you can, you know, mess around with the company a little bit. Because you always have a reliable crew to rely on to reliably fix any issues and prevent the company from falling. And some companies really fail to do that. And then they end up failing. Which can be funny. I mean, to me, there's something poetic about seeing a company just literally end itself. Which is all because of greed. Because, of course, companies
Actually, in the modern day, it can also be politics.
Yeah. But, like, oh, your own greed was your downfall. And there's something nice about that. About seeing big corporations suffer. I may have caused some trouble here. Almost there, almost there. I can fix this. Alright, I somehow managed to fix it. Now I have to still finish this part. Why is this game so stressful sometimes? When it doesn't give you the right pipe, or track, or whatever. You're gonna have to waste a lot of points trying to get the right one. This is gonna be a high score. Yeah. Let's see what else we have. Well, Eh?
There we go.
Eh? Well, this is a story. Apparently, a man was trying to escape the police, as one does.
Wait.
He was wanted by the Belgian police, of all things. And he jumped from a car that was actually moving and got a lift on a scooter.
That was a false god? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, Jim, have you
Yeah.
have you guys had any children knock on the door yet?
Probably.
Because we're recording this on the 11th of November, Singles Day. Because, you know, it's 1111.
Yes.
So if you're single out there, multiple answers can apply. If you're of the male variety, we feel your pain. If you're of the female variety, you also know the message, which is sending us one. Haven't we done this before?
Probably.
Basically, like, if you're still looking for a partner. Yeah. It's probably not gonna do anything. At all. Like, it's just... Yeah. Like, I already know that almost nobody watches these podcasts because we can see the numbers. And I guess not a lot of them are I'm not sure if I'm not sure if you even have any female viewers at all.
I don't know.
Like, even if we were to have them, which would surprise me, they probably wouldn't be interested.
Wait.
Oh boy. 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 Yeah. Oh, I'm panicking again. Panicking again. Ah. There. Solve that problem. Now I'm gonna have to solve this problem. Making that one go there and there. Then I guess if I put this here, I can put this here, I can put this one there, this one there, this one there as well.
What did I just get?
This one there. Someone's microphone is just doing weird static noises.
Is it mine? I don't think so. Unless, wait. Do you hear this?
No. I'm not sure how I managed to do this, but I managed to do it. What else do we have? Oh yeah, fireworks.
Oh
Isn't
yeah,
this the last
woohoo.
year before the actual...
Isn't it already this year?
I'm not sure.
I think they're already banned.
Well, they're still being
Mostly,
sold.
yes.
You know, the amount of people ordering is the same, but the orders are bigger.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, now there is something in Jordan's background.
the firework fireworks are going to be prohibited next, like potentially next year. They're not sure if it's going to be next year or the year after that, but we are going to lose fireworks, which on one hand it's kind of sad, on the other,
I don't care at all. I am so happy, to be honest.
like as a child it was a lot of fun to watch to set fireworks off as well, but the atmosphere around fireworks has changed over the last years. Like it went from, it could also be just me growing up, but I feel like it went from everybody being like, let's go together and celebrate stuff, happy, to more like, let's go for the biggest explosion possible. And so the assholeness came forward. What else do we have? Yes, the shutdown is, like, the Senate has agreed to end the shutdown, but the House of Representatives is still unknown if they're going to go through with that. What else do we have? Oh yeah, the BBC. And no, it's not that version. It's a British Broadcasting Company. That one.
Wait, are they not related?
What?
The American BBC and the
American BBC? What?
Wait. Is the BBC not American? Isn't there like an American news?
The BBC is
I don't know if it's
British.
The BBC is British, and it's always been British.
Yeah, but do they not have like an American version of that?
It isn't called
I don't think
BBC. I'm not sure what
Oh.
what it's called. I think it's another abbreviation of three. Like it might be ABC.
I don't
Simply
know.
replace the British with the word American, but
Yeah, I think that's a thing. Yeah.
but it's just the BBC is struggling, to say the least. They're not really doing too well. They also have made a mistake in a documentary about Donald Trump. But yeah, they've been declining over the last like 10 years, basically. In my opinion, it has been declining ever since Jeremy Clarkson got fired. That, to me, was like the start of the downhill of the BBC. Considering at that point they just lost a big money maker. Like Top Gear made a lot of money, so they lost that. Then they lost. They tried to revitalize it, to keep the numbers going, to keep the money flowing. They failed with that miserably, ruining the program. They eventually redid the same stunts again. Like, you could see two versions of a classic Mini being shoved down a slope trying to do a ski jump with a jet engine in the back. And at the same time, they had the rivalry of the Grand Tour, which has stopped, but Top Gear has also stopped after an accident. But yeah, they also had a bunch of scandals. One of the news presenters being in possession of child porn, that stuff. But like, yeah, the BBC is big, but it is also starting to fail. It has been a sort of a classic thing for a while, but it is just going downhill, and yeah. They need to bring a new program in. In my opinion, they need to bring back Top Gear, but do it, like,
Well,
focusing more on, like, the actual car stuff, and maybe not call it Top Gear, but bring back a car program. Because, that is, especially in this day and age with EVs, with a bunch of new cars coming out, and now there isn't really a big, car show on TV, on a streaming platform or anything that sort of talks about those cars and explains about them, and tells people what to watch out for, and reviews. There isn't really a big thing for that anymore. So then people buy stuff like a Tesla or a Cybertruck if you're in the US, which, in my opinion, and I think we can all agree on that, is a mistake to buy.
Nah, it couldn't be.
The Cybertruck literally rusts away. Like, it just starts rusting as soon as it gets wet outside. There are already images going around about the show rusting Cybertrucks. So after that thing, we're definitely not getting into the United States, considering we just insulted Elon Musk. So yeah, hopefully you guys weren't planning on going to the United States anytime soon.
Nah.
I wasn't.
Nice. Good. But yeah, speaking of new cars, I think I talked about this before, but a new car has actually been released, or is like at the brink of being released, which is a big, refreshing car. Well, it wasn't big; it's small. It's it's within the A segment, which is like compact cars, like very small ones, which has been slowly disappearing, considering it's been more difficult with regulations to make money off of it. It's just like a small car, it's difficult to make money off of that compared to a bigger car. And everybody was saying that, the Chinese were coming with their small EVs and they would take over the market.
They are.
Yes, but there is one other big one that is European that's making small electric cars. And it's the French of all countries. The French with their special way of making cars. As you can see with the 2CV or, the DS. But Renault has been on a roll with the Renault 5 and 4. And they've decided to release a new Twingo, which, even though it has a very limited range of only 260 kilometers, it's tiny. Like, it is basically a perfect commuter car. If you just need to go from A to B, and you don't really have to travel far, then, you might as well buy that. It's small. It has 5 doors. It looks good. And it's going to be sub 20,000, which for a car in this era, for a new car, is cheap. Like, you basically can't really get cheaper. And of course, it has physical buttons. You actually have you basically have in the center console like 4 knobs. 3 of them are for the air conditioning. Basically, how hot do you want it, how hard do you want it, and where do you want it. Big button. And then you have, as per the classic one, and a big red button for your hazard lights, which the first Renault Twingo has. Like, it is if you're familiar with The Voice, how that TV show works, where you just have judges sitting with their back towards somebody singing, and if they like what they're hearing, then they smack this big button, and then the seat turns
Oh,
around.
I was about to say smack their butt.
No, you smack their. Well, a couple did
Well,
that,
behind the
but
scenes.
yeah, that happened. But it's returning.
Yeah, it's so weird to me that it's returning, to be honest.
Well, with different presenters, I hope.
Nah, just the same ones, the back.
That would not look good, PR wise. But yeah, you basically in an old Twingo, like as per the one I have, the hazard lights just a button like that. You basically can just smack it, and the hazard lights turn on. It's great car design. Instead of having to push a button, you can just emergency smack smack your dashboard. Hazard lights turn on, and the old one does have it in a vertical instead of horizontal position, but still, it's a big button. And I'm really happy that it has physical knobs. Otherwise, I would be really annoyed if they went with the let's make everything a touchscreen approach. Because let's say you try to change song, and you have to look at where your hand goes to see if you're actually clicking next instead of pause or another button. When with physical buttons and knobs, you can feel like, alright, this is the first button, this is the second button, that's the skip button. Then you press that, and then boom. You have now skipped. So that is basically good car news. And I'm liking that it's from France, because, as I said, the French, they sometimes, of course not always, sometimes they do a little bit of a weird one. They can make a car. Like, they just decide, alright, we're gonna make something that everybody's gonna like. And then they do. And then everybody's surprised.
Not often, but sometimes.
Yeah, they have their ups and downs. But they often pull it off quite well, in my opinion. Like, they
I mean,
can...
That is coming from a guy who owns a French car.
Yeah, and
So that's
sometimes
slightly biased.
I do suffer from the French fuckery. With maintenance stuff. I can still vividly remember the really well-designed well-designed connector for my window mechanism that is built in such a way that just doesn't allow for an easy disconnect. You have to really put your finger behind it and squeeze it and really pull on it to take it out. So I do suffer from the French way of designing things. But it's at least a car you can repair on your own, instead of having to go to a dealer that basically say, car's not working. And then the dealership just says, that's going to be 1,000 euros to fix it, please. And all they do is plug a computer in, press reset, and boom, everything's functional. I should still at some point look into an OBD2 reader. But yeah, that's car news. I should actually make a segment about cars, shouldn't I? Also, apparently Dutch news is only now picking up that handicapped children often play alone at a playground, even if they go to the playground. Which is something I've noticed as well during COVID, like years ago. That it seemed like they only found out at that point that teens also have mental health. Like, only then did it get onto the news that children's mental health is suffering. As if it hasn't been for the last 20 years. But apparently that doesn't, need attention. Children don't need their mental health, apparently.
No.
I mean, we've been fine without.
Exactly.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Are you sure that we did well without mental health? Because, yeah. If you neglect your mental health, bad things happen. Even if you neglect your health. Basically, you can apply the same thing you can apply to any mechanical thing ever. If you don't plan your maintenance, the maintenance is going to be planned for you. And you're not going to like when it's going to be planned. So make sure to take enough time to actually relax. In whatever way you need or see fit. Because I know that for some people, relaxing is going out. For others, it's staying inside and just not getting out of bed for the entire day. But it's just that.
Sounds awfully specific.
Or just not going outside. Just whatever you need to do to actually get to a nice relaxed state and be able to, go out again the next day and do what you need to do. Like going to work, for example. Like, you need to make sure to stay on top of that. Because staying on top of maintenance, even if it's your body, your mind, anything, if you keep on top of it, it's going to be easier than having to improve it again. Like, prevention is always better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, huh? Wait a minute.
Eh? What? Why?
Whatever.
Why? Apparently. So a person was drunk. So they went on their fat bike. Drunk. They somehow went onto the highway in the wrong direction.
Right.
So you're on a fat bike. Well, that's your first mistake.
True.
Then you go onto the highway, which is another big mistake. Then you go the wrong way.
Wait, no, Julie, you forget one. First, he was drunk.
Fair enough. So basically 4 mistakes. Getting drunk, getting on a fat bike, which, for those who don't know what that is, basically for all our non-Dutch viewers. It's
Be
basically...
happy you don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's basically a... If you think a bike, make the tires thick. Basically motorcycle thick. And make it look a little bit off-roady. And make it electric. And then put a 12-year-old on there that vapes. And calls people slurs.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is what they actually do. Like, they sometimes go
I
around
know.
and calling people slurs. And I'm so glad my grandma, of all people, at some point said to one of them, "Your mother doesn't love you enough, does she?"
What?
And then they rode off. Like, as soon as it's the first time I heard that story from my grandma, I just laughed. Because it is just... Imagine hearing that from a nice old lady. It's funny. But yeah. What else do we have? Oh yeah, here in the Netherlands, they're gonna try and get rid of all the unguarded railway crossings. So basically, just gonna add a boom to it, because all those crossings only have like a light or just some signage that says a train can arrive. But I guess all you need to do is add like a light and a bell. Like the boom, in my opinion, isn't really necessary. Like, yes, it's a pretty nice indicator of when you're allowed to go and when you have to stop. But if you are paying attention to the road, which if you're driving you definitely should, and not be on your phone, especially in a railway crossing, then you will see the light turn on, you will hear the alarm, and you will know, alright, I have to stop. I have to come to a complete standstill, wait for a train to pass, wait till the lights turn off. That's a big thing that a lot of people don't do, and I've had multiple occasions where I've seen a cyclist start moving when the booms go up instead of when the lights turn off. And then the booms go back down again because another train is coming. They specifically warn you at the crossing that, listen, like, wait till the lights are off, another train can be approaching. And every time I see it, I'm like, how dumb does someone have to be for this? Yeah. Does anyone else have any news, any happenings?
I haven't checked funny news yet.
The Lost Faith is getting a DLC. For however many people care about that. This game deserves so much more. I mean, it's gotten pretty decent attention, but like,
I guess.
Man snaps 65 cucumbers in 30 seconds to break world record.
cool.
Because apparently that's a world record.
Snapping cucumbers is fun to do, though.
Sure, but why is it a world record?
Anything could be a world record. All you have to do to beat is basically look for a thing that you're decently good at and hasn't been done before.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I did at some point try to beat with a friend at least try to beat the record of drinking Capri Sun. The problem is that the record was set with plastic straws, and we currently have paper straws.
Oh yeah, wait. I have something. It's Elf November.
Yeah, I did already ask when if you had any.
No, because
Children
that's not a
ring the
thing
bell.
here, apparently.
Oh. So you don't have Sint Maarten, which basically is, for those who don't know what it is,
No.
children making lanterns, going from door to door, singing a song, and then getting candy. It's sort of the Dutch version of Halloween. But instead of dressing up, you make a lantern with that's on a pole with a battery that runs out in like an hour.
Yeah.
Like, those things were always stupidly inefficient, and basically halfway through your route, your light would go out because the battery would be dead. But you sang a song, you get a little bit of candy, and then you just go from door to door, and each town, city, whatever has a street where everyone goes. It's usually a street
Yes.
with a lot of small children, because it's only the small children that do it. So you just have one street that's full of children going from door to door. Meanwhile, at this place, I don't think we've had, like, this is our first year within the apartment, and we've heard them, but I don't think they actually rang their doorbell. But it might be because
I don't think they want to go all the way up the stairs.
we have an elevator. We have 2 elevators. You just
Still,
cram like 5-year-olds in an elevator and send them to the top floor. but like, we live at a part where it's only the elderly, basically. Like, the further you go away from the elderly, the more it becomes, more you get into the family part of the apartment building. So nobody basically wants to go because the elderly are, first of all, scary for children, apparently. Second of all,
Why?
they might be sleeping already. And mainly well, I don't know, but it's also for that the children, like the parents, know where they can get stuff. So they know, alright, that side has a lot of elderly people. They're probably asleep already. We don't have to go there. There isn't really anything to get there. The knowledge then transfers to the children. And yeah. Which means that there's going to be more candy for us. Because we did prepare and get candy. I assume you did the same thing, Jordan.
No, because it's not here.
Well, you had an excuse to get a bunch of candy. Oh wait, you guys always have candy stocked.
No, unfortunately we don't.
Well, you used to at least. You know, that you guys always had candy stocked, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
But hey, we have a lot of candy here now, and I can always get more candy as well.
I see.
But do we have anything else?
Do I have anything else? I tried to find funny news. I couldn't find it. So I guess not. No.
Is there any... Like, I should prepare better next time.
Maybe.
Yeah, we already talked about the VVD being broke. Also, you know, NSC, the party that went from 20 seats to 0, they want to go back to 20 plus in 2 years.
Well, unfortunately for them, in 2 years there should be no elections.
Yeah, that's also a thing. But, you know, it's like if your party has one person as their face instead of, you know, having the identity of the party, and that person then leaves, that leaves your party faceless. And nobody's interested anymore and everybody leaves.
Oh fuck.
That's kind of what happened. Yeah.
Also, another thing, Sheen, the you know, the place where you can get cheap clothes and other stuff where you just shoot and buy because we all know where it comes from. And that is basically slavery.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people are fine with that, but I don't quite understand it.
Well, the thing is, they kind of got into a little bit of trouble in France, especially. Considering they were selling weapons and child sex dolls.
Yeah, that seems a little odd.
Yeah.
Wait, so were they? Do you mean children or just dolls?
Sex dolls, but instead of it being an adult, it was a child.
Okay.
as the doll.
Well, okay. At least it's not an actual child.
No, but it's still incredibly wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I track down who bought it and just arrest them?
Did you know there's actually like a famous like pedophile group in the Netherlands? But it's like to help those people, right? Like,
To prevent them from.
yeah,
I mean, that is good. To, you know, get them back onto the right path before they go wrong. To
yeah.
prevent major mistakes. Because they otherwise, they're gonna end up on the news. But yeah,
Probably.
what else? Also, I did at some point see a video about somebody making a battery out of disposable vape batteries, like an actual home battery. Because turns out, disposable vapes have rechargeable batteries.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know, but it's apparently too expensive to add like 5 cents or 2 cents to the price and add a USB port or USB-C port. Apparently that's too difficult.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think was this from last week's news that GTA 6 has been delayed once again.
Yeah, I know. That was on
Yeah.
the radio.
Yeah. That it's like
It made the radio.
Yeah, it made the Dutch radio.
Right. Okay. Curious.
With a very angry man.
I have
I
a
mean,
I have a
fair.
question. Who's going to finish first? You're done with the school or Rockstar finishing GTA 6 and releasing it?
I don't know.
Because the way it is going, but I think they moved it to 19th of November 2026. So, yeah. But yeah, that's basically all that I have. You guys have anything?
No, I think that was pretty much it.
Well, then does leave us with one thing to say, right? We're not experts.
But we were here.